It's the 21st of July, Rabbi Furst, Havos Halavovos.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Rabbi. Shlomo first here, Yeshiva Talmud Nafshi here, showing care of Zoom. First here, Chavos Halavovos, Heshbon Hanefesh, the 20th of 30 spiritual accountings. Okay.
Lou, you want to read?
Okay.
Okay.
Where are we?
The highest ream, the 20th, it's on page 734. If you have the same book I have.
I have this sheet.
Oh, the sheet. Oh, well, I can't tell. It looks like it's sort of in the middle, maybe.
We're in the middle of 15 or the one after 15?
No, we're in the 20. Number
20, Esrim, the highest ream.
Baha'as Reem, Heshbon im Nafsho, the 20th Heshbon Hanefesh, im Haya lo Mamon, if he has money, Bifanim Shekin Hu, Ofanai Hotzatso Vehutz As Chovos Ha Habore Mimenu Ufadda Chovos B'nei Adam. So if he has money, Bifanim, in front of him, Shekina Hu, that he can acquire, Uba Ofanai, I don't know Ofanai.
Right. The person, again, if a person is going to have properties, like money doesn't actually mean just cash. Money can mean properties as well, right? And he should, if name shikano ba'oifenim hotzas, I mean, a person's going to give thought to how he spends, how he acquires, and how he spends his money and his properties.
Right. So he goes out of his obligation to Hashem for himself.
So when a person's gonna take stock of his properties, of how he acquires them and how he spends them. So he should look into his expenses on how he fulfills his obligations to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and how he pays back his debts to people. Again, Esrim, Heshbono Inashal, a person should take stock with himself. If he has properties, Bifanim Shikano, in the ways he acquires it, Mifofani also in the ways he spends it. Voltsos, Chovos Haboire Menu, and his expenditures on fulfilling his obligations to a Kadosh Baruch Hu, uporeya chovos b'ne'an, and the way he pays back his debts to people. Kamoshu chayiv bo moment, when a case where he's chayiv somebody money. Right?
So in the case where he's chayav somebody money, he has an obligation to pay it.
That's right.
So far, what we're saying is this 20th Heshbon Hanefesh is concerning the idea that if a person has wherewithal, then he needs to be careful about how he spends his money and how he pays his debts.
Right.
Okay, Va'al yichashivenu me amad alav bilvad, and he should not return from standing on it alone.
But because you shouldn't think that it's something which is supposed to stay by him, right? The properties he has, he shouldn't think of those things as being something which is supposed to stay by him.
Right? He has to think that he has an obligation to use those resources.
Right. Those resources he's been given, he's gotten those resources that it's strictly for his own usage. That's not exactly the case.
But what is this yichashivenu, to return?
No, that's part of his. He should be considering. Al yachishivenu. Do not think ma'amod alav bilvad. You should not think that they are standing for him alone, exclusively. They're not. You shouldn't think that they're exclusively his.
Viada, and he should know who etzlo kamo hapikadon, that he should know that these resources are by him like a deposit, like a surety.
He's been given a trust. The properties that he owns are for him to be considered like a trust. He's simply a guardian over these properties, but they're not that they're actually his.
Kol od, furthermore, she yirtzeh haborei, as is the desire of Hashem, biado, for it to be in his hand. V'achar kach yafiki denu etzel acher ve'es sheyirtzeh.
Right. So Yoda, the person should know right? Person shouldn't, first of all, these possessions that he has are not to be viewed as his exclusively, right? Rather, he should know that etzel kamo pikanim, they are like him, by him as something given to him as in trust. Yishaer, it remains Yishaer, it remains by him. Kol oid shiyir habori. It remains by him for as long as the Kadosh Baruch Hu wants. Biado, it'll be in his possession. Va'achar yifkedenu etzel acher be'esh yirtza, and afterwards it'll be transferred to somebody else at the time that Hashem wants.
Ukeasher yechashav ba'al hamamon b'nafsho zeh. And when he thinks that he's the master of the resources,
Like what kasher yechashiv ba'al moment b'nafsho zeh, when a person is going to think like this, when the person is going to adopt the attitude that his possessions are not really his possessions, that they're supposed to remain for him and by him forever and ever. Rather, his perspective, his attitude should be that all the possessions that he has are those things, properties, money, those are things which Hashem has given him, and he is simply the guardian over these things for the time until Hashem decides it should be given to somebody else. When a person is going to think about his properties in this way, then therefore, lo,
therefore he will not yifchad the pigai chazman alav. Therefore, he will not what's yifchad?
from pachad, he will not be fearful.
He will not be fearful that the time will be upon him.
Mipage hazman, he will not be fearful for the occurrences that happen to him. He won't be afraid of things happening to him.
He won't be afraid of losing his money.
Right.
Im yishar hamamon biyado, and if there's other money in his hand, yoda ha borei v'yish b'chahu. Then Hashem knows. What is this word? V'yish b'chahu.
Yoda habori yichash v'yish v'cho. The Kadosh Baruch Hu knows, and he's giving him he's augmenting his properties.
So if he gets more, then he should assume that Hashem is directing it.
Right.
The im yovad.
Actually, no, I want to correct myself. Yoda Borei, he recognizes this is coming from a Kadosh Baruch Hu, he will praise him. I mean, if he happens to have an excess of properties, possessions, he recognizes this is coming from a Kadosh Baruch Hu, and he will praise Hashem for that.
The im yovad mimenu. What's yovad?
If it becomes lost from him,
And if it becomes lost from him, yisval dino v'yirtzeh begaz raso what is this word yisbal?
he'll Yisbal Dinoi, he will accept the judgment.
And he will want the decree.
V'yirtza b'girzaso, he'll accept the judgment, and it will be at ease with the decree.
V'yakol ba'in nav leha shis mash bo ulehotzio be'avodas hakel yisbarach. What is Yakol?
It'll be easy from Kal. It'll be easy.
It'll be easy in his eyes. What is this? Lahash mash, lahash timesh, lahish tamesh.
This Tamesh, right?
To use.
V'yakal be'inav l'shtamesh boy notzio b'avodas hakel yispara. It'll be easy in his eyes to use the money for the expenses of serving Kadosh Baruch Hu. If a person adopts this attitude that the money and the possessions that he has are not really his, they're only given to him for safekeeping, to be used to pass on to another person, as a Kadosh Baruch Hu will decree. So it'll be very easy for him to, when it comes time, if necessary, to spend money on serving Kadosh Baruch Hu. He realizes the money is not really his. It's only supposed to be by him in order that it can be trustworthily transferred to someone else. So if he knows that he's needing to spend money to serve Kadosh Baruch Hu, that's very good. He's very happy about that. It'll be very easy to spend those monies.
The la'asos hatov mimeno, and to do good with it. Ula hachazir ha emunas ula hashiv haniashkos velo yichmad adam b'mamo no velo yivza ani le'inav. So he'll want to do good with the money, and he'll want to return
Ha'amunas is like the trust. He'll give back the trust. I mean the item or the money, the possessions, which are given to him in safekeeping.
Ula hashiv. What's ula hashiv?
And he will be able to give back what was entrusted to him.
And he won't yichmad adam. He won't yichmad, begrudge a person.
Right, that he's not going to like be jealous over a person's. He won't be desirous or jealous over another person's possessions.
Velo yivaza ani la'anav. What is yivaza?
And he won't look down upon the poor person. He won't find the poor person disgraceful. People make a big mistake. They think they have a lot of money, they have a lot of possessions. Poor person comes around asking for a shekel, asking for a couple of dollars, and they look down on a person like that. A big mistake. The Ramchal says in Derech Hashem that Kadosh Baruch Hu created poor people. Why did Kadosh Baruch Hu create poor people? In order that the rich people can have his chus, a mitzvah of giving tzedakah. So the wealthier people should be very thankful for the poor people to provide them with the opportunity to do and give tzedakah. And here in this case, if a person realizes that the money that he's been given, the possessions that he owns, are really just in trust from a Kadosh Baruch Hu to be transferred to other people, so it becomes very easy and joyful to spend the money on helping other people who need the money.
Vayehi min chazakos shebisavos hamidos hatovos b'dechayis. And it will be from from this merit Shebisavos, I don't know.
So Shebasibos, this is one of the cause. Hayim, meaning again, if a person adapts this attitude that his possessions, what he owns, or things given to him by Kadosh Baruch Hu for safekeeping to be eventually transferred to the people who need it. If he has this attitude, Hayim min hachazakos shesibos hamidos tovos. This is one of the things which reinforces the causing of having him to develop midas tovos, good characteristics, a good nature. Leyitchus megonos, and to have him separated from those midos, those characteristics which are undesirable. Having this attitude is one of the biggest ways that a person can achieve the acquisition of a good character.
By recognizing that the other person is doing good things with his money.
To say that I didn't hear you clearly. To say it again, Lou?
You said this is the way to improve yourself greatly, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means. What is the way?
Having the attitude that all his possession, all his money, right, is simply a trust fund given to him to be watchful over and to dispense for the sake of other people. Now, when a person realizes that, right, so it changes his whole attitude towards life. It changes his whole attitude towards people, right? When a person thinks, well, I worked for my money, it obviously is clearly mine, right? And he finds himself worrying about the loss of his money. He's finding it difficult to spend money on even sometimes things he actually needs, and certainly to spend things for the sake of other people. Finds it difficult to give tzedakah, right, to help various different causes, which are good causes in the eyes of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. He finds it very difficult to do those things. But when a person is going to adapt the attitude that his possessions are not really his, that they're only given to him just as a person who's a executive of a company, right? So the money's not his. He's entrusted with the dispersal of the money for the sake of the company, right? It's not his money to make use of. He's supposed to use his intelligence and his capabilities for the sake of the company to make sure the money's going in the right ways, in the right places, is spending the money properly for the sake of the business. All right. So likewise, a person should feel the same way about his own money. Now, his own money is not really his. He's simply the the manager of this possessions that Hashem has given him for trust keeping, and he's responsible for the safekeeping and the safe and good usage of that money and possessions. And when he develops that, it's going to change his whole character. That's one of the strongest ways of developing a good character.
Okay.
Right.
As it says, Kavar es Hashem mi honach Vagomer.
Mahonka. Kaved. Es Hashem Mahonka. You should honor Hashem with your possessions.
Ah.
Where is that?
And it says, Malve Hashem Chonein Dal Vagomer.
Let's see where that pasuk is. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, lend to Hashem, uh, Chonein Dal, I don't know.
1 second. Let's take one pasuk at a time. The first pasuk is a pasuk in Mishlei. Per Gimel pasuk Tes.
Mishlei Gimel Tes. Okay, see if I can find that.
That's what we're learning Mishnah.
What?
I said, that's what we're learning Mishnah. Number 6.
Yeah.
3. 29. Okay. I'm heading out in a minute.
Okay, let's lock her, Judy. In Mishlei,
Right, that's a pasuk
free.
in Mishlei. Rashi says on that pasuk Mahoncha that Mikol Ma Shechonenecha. What is it called? Mahoncha. Rashi says Mikol Ma Shechanenecha, that all that Hashem has mercy upon you. realize that all the things you own, right, have come to you through the mercies of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. People think, I worked so hard for my money. Yeah, you could have worked and you could maybe not have gotten money, right? So even if you work hard, don't attribute to it's your own hard work. A lot of people work hard and they don't have money, right? So it's not your hard work which is giving you the money, your possessions. It's Kadosh Baruch Hu's mercies which are giving you the money. So if you realize, take it to heart that what you have is strictly coming to you because of Kadosh Baruch Hu's mercies. Even if a person is going to make money, but who says he's going to keep money?
Right.
A lot of times people suffer losses, setbacks. Deals don't go the way they want. And it could very well not hold on to the money that he thought he earned. Could earn money. Know that what was happening in the Wall Street crash of 1929. People went to sleep millionaires. That's when a millionaire had a lot of money in those days. $1 million was a lot of money in those days. They went to sleep millionaires and they woke up in debt and worse. They were committing suicide. They were jumping out the windows. That was just proof that they had the wrong attitude towards their possessions. In the end, it was their richness, it was their wealth that caused them to kill themselves.
Have a good day.
So that's what Rashi says on the pasuk. Kavod Hashem, honor Hashem, mechoncha. Rashi says it's not mechoncha, it's ma shechonenecha, what Hashem has had mercy upon you. Honor Hashem with that which Hashem has had mercy upon with you, that He's allowed you to gain possession over these properties or these monies. And the Mitzudas David says on the pasuk Mahoncha that you should mafresh tzedakah, mafresh woman from that which you own. You take a percentage off and give tzedakah with that money. Okay, that's one pasuk.
Right?
Then there's another pasuk, Malva Hashem Chonen Dal. It's another pasuk, I think also in Mishlei. 1 minute. Let's see. Mishlei, right. Another pasuk in Mishlei. Perak Yud Tes. Pasuk Yud Zayin. Yud Tes Yud Zayin.
Yud Tes is 19. Yud Zion is 17.
Yeah, Yud Tes, pasuk Yud Zayin.
He that gives
Um,
graciously to the poor makes a loan to the Lord.
Very nice. He really spoke.
Did you?
I don't know, I remember off. But I wrote ink marks, so
Okay.
couple words. Can't give a highs for the Yiddish.
Right,
A
right.
couple words I mentioned. Okay. You'll
Okay.
see blue ink marks.
Thank you.
They're very good. Very good. Baruch Hashem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Very, thanks.
Important over here.
That's good. I mean, it's great. Thank you more. Thank you more.
Well,
Good. Thank you very much. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, let's see. Well, so this pasuk over here.
He lends to Hashem, and he therefore gives to the poor people.
Yeah, let's see here. A minute. Um, 1 second. Right, Chonin, right. But he's lending to Hashem when he has chonin, when he has compassion on the poor. Right? He lends to Hashem when he has compassion for the poor. And the end of the pasuk, Ugumuloi yishalim lo, and his reward will be paid to him. Meaning, this is exactly what the Ramchal was saying, that the poor person is there for the sake of the rich person. HaKadosh Baruch Hu What does it mean that you're lending to Hashem? Hashem owns everything, correct? What is it? What the whole concept is strange. What does it mean that you're lending to Hashem?
Having a break, come outside, I'm gonna be outside, okay?
Okay.
For a Kadosh Baruch Hu who owns everything, what's the concept of lending to Hashem? So when you have compassion on the poor, so that's how the pasuk in Mishlei is describing how you lend to a Kadosh Baruch Hu. You're loaning, so to speak, your money to a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem created the person poor, and the person who was created poor was in order that he who has wealth and possessions should have compassion on the poor. So when the wealthy person has compassion on the poor, right, he's allowing that the poor person, his existence in this world is being fulfilled. The existence of the poor persons in this world is that the person can have compassion on the poor person. If the poor person didn't exist, there would be no compassion. There would be no mercy. There would be no chesed, no tzedakah. So therefore, the poor person has been created by Hashem to be poor, and the rich person has been created to be wealthy, and the wealth of the rich person is destined to be given to the poor person, to supply the poor person with his needs through the compassion of the wealthy person. And through that, the person's considered to be loaning to a Kadosh Baruch Hu, and through that loan, so to speak, a Kadosh Baruch Hu is going to give him a reward that will be definitely paid back, will be definitely be rewarded for that loan, which that in itself needs a little explanation, because you can't lend with ribbis. You can't lend with the intention of getting something back from the person who's giving you the money. We know that ribbis is usher.
Right?
So within this actual pasuk, really needs to be understood how through the fact it's number one, how is it considered to be a loan? And second of all, how does it in fact result in a payment for the loan? That's something that needs a little explanation. But maybe if I have time later today, I can look into the pasuk and see if there's a little bit more explanation about this pasuk here. All right, very good. Okay, in the meantime, let's take a break here. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll continue shortly with these, Mr. Bruce.
Okay.
Thank you, Lou. Very good. Thank you for the reading.
Okay, Lou.
Baruch Tiyeh, Meir. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you. And
Okay, go outside a minute.
we'll be back soon.